I don't think people understand the sheer audacity of Hannibal Barca, the Carthaginian general who crossed the Alps with elephants. After years of warfare, he was defeated by Rome and took his own life to avoid capture. A tragic end to a brilliant strategist. Attila the Hun, the Scourge of God, feared by the Romans. He died on his wedding night, possibly from a nosebleed or assassination. His empire crumbled soon after. His legacy, however, remains a subject of fascination. Charlemagne, the first Holy Roman Emperor. A towering figure in medieval Europe, he united much of the continent under his rule. He died of natural causes, but his empire was divided among his grandsons, leading to its decline. A legacy of both unity and division. His reign marked the Carolingian Renaissance, a revival of art, culture, and learning. Yet his death initiated a fracturing that would change the course of European history forever. William the Conqueror, the Norman who conquered England. His victory at the Battle of Hastings in 1066 changed the course of English history forever. He established Norman rule, reshaping the social and political landscape. But his reign was not without turmoil. William died from injuries sustained when his horse stumbled during a battle in 1087. His death led to a power struggle among his sons, fracturing the unity he had worked so hard to build. A conqueror in life, his legacy in death was one of division and conflict. The echoes of his reign are still felt in England today. Saladin, the Muslim leader who recaptured Jerusalem. Born in 1137, Saladin rose to prominence during the Crusades, uniting the Muslim world and leading his forces against the Crusaders. His victory at the Battle of Hattin in 1187 was a turning point, leading to the recapture of Jerusalem. Known for his chivalry, he treated his enemies with respect and compassion, earning admiration even from his foes. Saladin died of a fever in 1193, leaving behind a legacy of honor and respect. His empire, however, did not last long after his death, fracturing into smaller states. Yet, the legend of Saladin endures, a testament to a leader who valued humanity as much as victory. Timur, the Turco-Mongol conqueror who sought to restore the Mongol Empire. Born in 1336, Timur, also known as Tamerlane, rose from the steppes of Central Asia to become one of history's most formidable conquerors. He envisioned a revival of the great Mongol Empire, extending his dominion from Persia to India, and from the Mediterranean to the heart of Russia. His military campaigns were marked by unmatched brutality, but also by a unique cultural patronage, blending the art and architecture of the lands he conquered. Timur's ambitions knew no bounds. He even set his sights on China. However, in 1405, while marching towards the Middle Kingdom, he succumbed to illness and died. His death marked the end of his empire's expansion, and soon after, his vast territories fragmented into smaller states. Despite the disintegration, Timur's legacy of relentless ambition and cultural fusion remains a significant chapter in the annals of history. Ivan the Terrible, the first Tsar of Russia. His name alone evokes images of a ruler whose reign was marked by both grandeur and terror. Ivan IV Vasilievich, known to history as Ivan the Terrible, was a complex figure whose actions would shape the future of Russia in profound ways. Born in 1530, Ivan IV Vasilievich ascended the throne at the tender age of 3. His early years were spent in a court rife with intrigue and power struggles, a chaotic environment that would leave a lasting impact on the young ruler. His early life was marked by a series of traumatic events, including the death of his mother, which fueled his infamous rage and paranoia. The loss of his mother when he was just 8 years old left him vulnerable to the manipulations of the boyars, the powerful Russian nobility. As Tsar, Ivan initiated sweeping reforms aimed at centralizing power, but his reign is best remembered for its brutal purges and the establishment of the oprichnina, a state policy that allowed him to execute perceived enemies with impunity. This period saw the creation of a separate territory within Russia, governed directly by Ivan and his loyalists, where terror reigned supreme. His violent outbursts extended to his own family. He infamously killed his own son in a fit of rage, leaving Russia without a competent heir. This act of patricide not only devastated his family but also destabilized the future of the Russian state. In 1584, Ivan died of a stroke while playing chess, a game that ironically symbolizes strategic thinking and patience, traits he often lacked. His death marked the end of an era, but the consequences of his rule would be felt for generations. His death plunged Russia into the time of troubles, a period of political instability and chaos. This era saw the country torn apart by internal strife, foreign invasions, and a succession crisis that would take years to resolve. Ivan's legacy is one of terror and transformation, forever altering the course of Russian history. His reign left an indelible mark on the nation, shaping its political landscape and setting the stage for the future czars who would follow in his footsteps. Suleiman the Magnificent, the longest reigning sultan of the Ottoman Empire. His reign, which spanned from 1520 to 1566, was a period of unparalleled growth and cultural flourishing for the empire. Known for his wisdom and strategic acumen, Suleiman's influence extended far beyond the battlefield. Ascending the throne in 1520, Suleiman's reign was marked by military conquests and profound legal reforms, earning him the title, the lawgiver in the East. His legal code, known as the Canon, was a comprehensive set of laws that addressed both criminal and civil issues, ensuring justice and stability throughout his vast empire. He expanded the empire to its zenith, taking territories in Europe, Asia, and Africa. Under his command, the Ottoman navy dominated the Mediterranean, Red Sea, and Persian Gulf, securing vital trade routes and establishing the empire as a formidable maritime power. His leadership in the Siege of Vienna and the Battle of Mohacs showcased his strategic prowess and relentless ambition. These battles not only demonstrated his military genius, but also his ability to inspire and lead his troops under the most challenging circumstances. However, his reign wasn't just about expansion. Suleiman was also a patron of the arts, fostering a cultural renaissance that left an indelible mark on Ottoman architecture and literature. The era saw the construction of magnificent mosques, palaces, and bridges, many of which still stand today as a testament to his vision and patronage. Despite his achievements, Suleiman's later years were marred by personal tragedies, including the execution of his beloved son Mustafa, driven by palace intrigues and suspicion. The internal strife and betrayal within his court cast a shadow over his otherwise illustrious reign, revealing the complexities and challenges of maintaining such a vast empire. He died during a campaign in Hungary in 1566. His passing kept secret until the army secured a victory. This secrecy was a testament to his enduring influence and the loyalty he commanded from his troops, even in death. His death marked the beginning of the empire's slow decline, a poignant end to a reign that once seemed invincible. The subsequent sultans struggled to maintain the vast territories and the administrative efficiency that Suleiman had established, leading to gradual erosion of the empire's power. Suleiman's legacy remains a complex tapestry of grandeur and melancholy, forever etched in the annals of history. His contributions to law, culture, and military strategy continue to be studied and admired, making him one of the most significant figures in world history. Hernán Cortés, the Spanish conquistador who brought down the Aztec Empire. Born in 1485 in Medellin, Spain, Cortés was a man of ambition and determination. From a young age, he was driven by the tales of exploration and conquest that were sweeping through Europe. Landing in the New World in 1519, Cortés embarked on a mission that would change the course of history. With just a few hundred men, he set sail from Cuba, driven by the promise of wealth and glory. The sight of the Mexican coastline must have been both daunting and exhilarating for the conquistadors. With a small force, he forged alliances with indigenous tribes, turning them against the mighty Aztecs. These alliances were crucial, as they provided Cortés with the manpower and local knowledge he needed to challenge the powerful Aztec Empire. The indigenous people, often oppressed by the Aztecs, saw an opportunity in Cortés's arrival. His bold move to capture Emperor Montezuma II led to chaos and ultimately the fall of Tenochtitlan. The capture of the emperor was a masterstroke, creating confusion and disarray among the Aztec leadership. The once mighty city of Tenochtitlan, with its grand temples and bustling markets, was thrown into turmoil. Cortés's conquest was marked by both ruthless ambition and tactical genius. His ability to strategize and adapt to changing circumstances was key to his success. The battles were fierce, and the Spanish soldiers, though outnumbered, fought with relentless determination. But his triumph came at a great cost, untold lives lost, and a rich culture decimated. The aftermath of the conquest was devastating. The once thriving Aztec civilization was left in ruins, and the indigenous people faced immense suffering and loss. Despite his monumental achievements, Cortés faced a turbulent later life. His return to Spain was not the triumphant homecoming he had hoped for. Instead, he found himself embroiled in legal battles, fighting for recognition and reward for his conquests. He returned to Spain to contest legal battles, seeking recognition and reward for his conquests. The Spanish court was a place of intrigue and power struggles, and Cortés had to navigate this complex environment to secure his legacy. His final years were marked by loss of favor and personal struggles. The once great conqueror found himself increasingly isolated and out of favor with the Spanish crown. His health declined, and he faced numerous personal challenges. Hernán Cortés died of natural causes in 1547, a conqueror who faced his own downfall. His death marked the end of an era, but his legacy lived on, both in the lands he conquered and in the annals of history. His story is a stark reminder of the complex legacy left by those who shape history through conquest. the impact of his actions is still felt today, a testament to the enduring power of history and the individuals who shape it. Francisco Pizarro, the conqueror of the Inca Empire. Born into poverty in Spain, Pizarro's ambition drove him to the New World. In 1532, with a small force of less than 200 men, he captured the Inca Emperor Atahualpa, exploiting internal conflicts within the empire. Despite a ransom of a room filled with gold and silver, Pizarro executed Atahualpa, leading to the collapse of the Inca resistance. His brutal tactics and relentless pursuit of wealth defined his conquests. Pizarro's success in Peru made him immensely wealthy but also earned him many enemies. His rule was marked by treacherous alliances and violent confrontations. In 1541, Pizarro was assassinated by rival Spanish factions, a fittingly violent end for a man whose life was steeped in bloodshed and betrayal. Francisco Pizarro's legacy is a stark reminder of the ruthless ambition that often accompanies conquest. His story adds another layer to the complex history of the New World. Ever wondered how the greatest conquerors met their end? Buckle up. Alexander the Great. After pushing his army to the brink in India, he succumbed to a mysterious illness. Some say he was buried alive. Chilling, right? Julius Caesar? Stabbed 23 times by his own senators. The fear of his dictatorship led to his brutal assassination. Et tu, Brute, Genghis Khan? His death remains a mystery. Battle wounds, bubonic plague, or an act of revenge by a castrated princess? He demanded secrecy and death. Napoleon Bonaparte. Defeated at Waterloo, exiled and possibly poisoned by arsenic. From emperor to exile, his fall was as dramatic as his rise. History's conquerors met their ends in ways as epic as their lives. Craving more tales of history's greatest figures? Like, subscribe, and join us on LegacyOfEras for more captivating stories.